Alright, welcome back, collectors. So bear with me, I am waiting to get a new background. Well, not get one, but make one myself. That's how my last one was made, but it's just getting old and crusty, so I have to get a new backdrop. So for now, a white wall will have to do. But today, we're going to be taking a look at the new Marvel Legends Kang figure. A nice update on a figure that people were pretty okay with, honestly. And this guy is phenomenal. He's from the Fixit Wave, a BAF I wasn't terribly excited about. I'm sure he'll be re-released, but let's take a look at Kang and see what he's all about. So right off the bat, this packaging is actually really nice. I really love the art on the sides, man. Got a little tear there. But look at that. Really beautiful packaging, man. I just love the art on it. On the back, you can see he was born in the 31st century. Kang employs time travel and hyper-sophisticated technology to conquer all of time. And you can see a nice picture of Kang there and the rest of the wave. And then Joe Fixit. So Kang comes with 2 fisted hands, power hungry hands, and 1 trigger finger. And this is really my only real complaint with Kang, is just the fact that he cannot hold his gun. Look at that. It's just a pain in the ass, mainly because this soft plastic piece is in the way. So he really can't hold his gun too well. He just can't like look down the sights or anything. So it really begs the question, what's the point of even including the gun if he can't hold it? I don't really know much about Kang though. I don't know if he's just known for carrying this super cool gun, but he really can't hold it too well. But I should mention, they do have a nice vertical hinge in the hand, so that is wonderful. And I'll say right off the bat, this gun is detailed like poo, but it has a nice sculpt, just no paint work, really. Just a flat, kind of gray plastic. And I'm not too surprised, it's kind of typical. But it would have been cool to see some more futuristic colors on this gun. But it has a nice sculpt overall, and he does hold it very nicely. And that finger just doesn't really, you can't get him in any really cool poses, just kind of a very neutral pose, I guess. So, I don't know what I expected with this guy. He was announced very recently, and I didn't expect him to hit stores so fast. Holy Christ, I just got him yesterday, and he was really one of the only figures I was eyeing from the wave, along with this Thunderstrike, and maybe Falcon. I'm not like huge on the reuse of the body molds, but I mean, it is what it is, and I do like the character of Falcon, so I might just wait until they re-release him. But this guy is probably the best figure in the wave, for sure. I haven't bought Iron Man or Cap, but I have both of their earlier versions with the Star Boost armor and just the regular Cap, and those figures are just, they're okay. This guy is amazing, 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 amazing. They have a new body mold entirely, I believe. These arms might be reused, but I don't think they are. But this is just, holy Christ, knocks it out of the park. Okay, so 2 of my favorite things with this guy, aside from just the freaking figure being amazing overall, is this soft plastic piece here. The fact that we actually see a swivel at his waist, so it tucks into his belt and is hidden. It's a hidden joint, and I love that. It's not terribly visible. We have a soft plastic piece in front of it too, so that's nice. Doesn't really hinder anything. And it gives a nice range of motion too, and a nice pivot. I want to see that more, not just with these guys, but add that with other figures too. You know, I think that'd be a really great thing to utilize or implement, like the G.I. Joe figures have. I love that. Aside from that, the second thing I really think is cool is this helmet. So you can see he has a really beautiful face sculpt. Very pretty. Paint is very well done. I don't really see any problems with it. But it looks like this dude is actually wearing a piece of gear on his headpiece. That is what's so wonderful about it. There's even like slight gaps down here. So however they sculpted this using their ZBrush or whatever, they did such a wonderful job. Couldn't have been done better. I'm so pleased with this figure and his head. His head does pop off kind of easy though. I literally popped it off and lost it under my fridge when I was unpacking him, so that was a pain in the ass, but that's not Hasbro's fault. That's my fault. Anyways, this guy all around, beautiful sculpting. Love the soft plastic. Color variation is superb. Very consistent colors all throughout. This might be a bit brighter than this, but not by much, just because probably it's a different type of material. The legs are very cool too, very high boots, nice sculpt on the boots. And another thing to take note of is there's pegless tech in the legs too. And obviously in the arms, because they're single jointed arms. And there is a bit of sculpting on the actual joints too. So that is wonderful. Love the sculpting up here by the neck, on the back, pretty much same thing you saw, little codes there, whatever the hell those are. It's up the bottom of his feet. But overall, the sculpt work on this guy is phenomenal. I love the color work and the brighter green and the darker greens. And he's just so well done. Hands down, a beautiful figure that I was not expecting and I'm so pleased with. Maybe a little bit more of neck showing would have been good. You can kind of lift up his head a bit and that works. But it kind of just sits there. So it would have been better, I think, if you could see a little bit of neck. But that's really nitpicking. The other thing too, or you know what, we'll get to that in like 2 seconds. 2 seconds later, we're talking about articulation, baby. And I don't like the bicep swivel because there is none. And that kind of sucks. But it is a single joint, so you do get a swivel here at the elbow. I would have preferred to just get like a kind of a double jointed elbow, like with this new Logan figure. However, there's pegs in this, but he has a jacket, similar type of material too. So I would have preferred to have a bicep swivel. Personally, I think it would have been better too for like him holding the gun. But this works and it's understandable. So talking about the articulation, his head is on a regular hinge here. It's not on a dumbbell joint. So that's pretty cool, just a ball joint. So his head goes back about that far. If you push it farther back, it just pops right off and you'll lose it under your fridge like me. I'm a dumbass. It goes forward about that far. Again, be careful. You get a little bit of a pivot there. Almost feels loose or something. But you get a little bit of a pivot there and obviously rotation. The arms go out pretty far. There is no butterfly joint, sadly. And I feel like that is outdated. Like there should be a butterfly joint there. But whatever, man. The arms go all the way around. They obviously, like I said, all the way around, so forward and back very nicely, but up and down is a little bit restricted. Aside from that, like I said, single jointed elbows here, sculpting on the actual joints, it's wonderful. Rotation as well, that kind of snaps and pivots nicely. A rotation at the wrist with a hinge. With most of the hands, it's a horizontal hinge. With the trigger finger, it is a vertical hinge. A swivel at the waist, a rotation, a nice pivot, a forward and back motion that works pretty well, especially if you implement the legs. The legs go forward pretty far. They go this far back, and there's a rotation here. They go out very far. That's another thing I like too, is the articulation is actually hidden within the boot. So again, hidden articulation, very sly, very nice. Double jointed knees with no pegs. Lovely. And then there's no rotation below that. Sadly, there should have been. Again, a very dumb thing to miss. You might as well just add that because that's essential, man, in my opinion. And ankle pivot and a hinge here. And a little bit of wrinkling at the boots. That's pretty nice. Overall, this guy has some very solid standard articulation, missing a few little things, but nothing that would make me go, hey, please re-release Kang. Don't do that. I don't want to pay another $20 for this guy. This is beautiful. I love him. He's my favorite figure ever. Then here he is next to a trailer park, Thor and Doctor Doom, the other figure who implements the beautiful waist swivel joint. You can see he stands pretty decently tall. Dr. Doom and Thor are about the same size. He's a little bit taller with his terrible hairline, but this guy stands shorter than both of them. And then here's Kang next to the badass new Carnage and the beautiful new Logan figure. And you can see he stands pretty much the same height as this creepy ass Carnage, and about the same height as Logan. Logan's maybe a little bit taller. Or no, I'd say he's a bit taller than Carnage, just a tiny bit, but he's also hunched over. But yeah, he's still a bit taller. So this Kang figure is a beauty. I totally recommend him. I think he's easily going to end up being the best out of this wave. Don't quote me on that. I'm sure other people have other opinions. Let me know what your favorite figure is from this wave. I wasn't too pumped about it just because I felt Joe Fixit's head sculpt looked kind of weird. But I wasn't like, I'm not like huge into Joe Fixit or anything. It's cool. I think it's cool, but I'm not going to go drop $100 some on it. I'll just wait to order the BAF if I really want it, I guess. But I do kind of want Jocasta on Falcon. I'm conflicted about that. Let me know what your favorite figure is out of this wave, though. So far, this one I think is definitely going to be mine. I already know it. We've seen the other body molds before, and I'll tell you what. This guy is beautiful, new stuff, and he's just God, an essential character, man. I don't know a whole ton about him, but I know he's a badass, and I know a lot of people love him. So he's a cool character. He looks wonderful, very fun to pose, very nice new parts, and just the dope ass toy, man. So make sure you check out more of my reviews. I'm definitely going to be posting a review of Thunderstrike here, and I have some thoughts on this guy, but stay tuned for that. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for tuning in and continuing to tune in. If you have before, I appreciate it. It means the world. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe and comment down below and talk to me. Again, let me know what your favorite figure is from this wave. Were you excited for Joe Fixit? Just talk to me down in the comments. Let me know what's going on. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching this review. Stay tuned for more. And most importantly, go vote. Vote November 3rd. Time to vote, dude. Time to elect our next president. If you don't want to go out, if you have somebody at risk, just order a mail-in ballot. Don't be a bitch about it. Order a mail-in ballot, sign that motherfucker, and send it out. It's easy as hell. Just copy your signature on your license. There's a list of states I'll throw them out if it doesn't match your signature. So tune into that, but make sure that signature is on point, son. Okay? Anyways, stay healthy, stay happy, stay patriotic and go vote, and keep collecting. Peace.